listen. I just wanted to come on today to say, listen, it's all about being resilient. It's all about really getting ourselves in alignment. Hello, self-loving mother. How are you doing? But it's really about us being resilient in every single thing that we ever encounter in this life. I'm coming from a young lady that has been severely depressed for over a decade, a while ago in my life, and now being able to be in just an essence of gratitude. I want to tell somebody else that might be going through a wave of feeling some type of way right now. Listen, it's all about, hey auntie, hey Pee-wee. It's all about the build-up. It's all about the process. It's all about your perspective. It's all about that resilience. It's all about that mindset that's getting built up. It's all about those things that you are facing to be able to have the roadmap for somebody else in a later day. It's all about the experience. Listen, when you get experiences in this life, you have multitudes of resources to be able to check back on at a later time, to be able to really go back and say, well, listen here, this happened when this happened. This happened when this happened. This happened when this happened. And listen, you're able to really help change the lives of others every single place that you go. And I want you to know that this is the season that you've been waiting on. This is the season, not the next one, but this season is the season that you've been waiting on. I want you to understand that when you stay in the essence of gratitude, blessings, cousin, love you, Marvin. When you stay in the essence of gratitude, they have to transform in your life. When you stay in the essence of being grateful for what we already have, they must be able to align up right with what you are saying and speaking of your life. See, our words are powerful. Thank you, cousin. Our words are powerful. Our mind is the most amazing machine ever. Our heart is what allows us to have access to the things that we used to think had ceilings, and the things that we used to think was unattainable. Listen, every single anything that you thought was great on this earth, though, if you listen to their stories, it's the same. Every single person in the Bible had to have a story. So when you're going through your process, understand that that's your story, right? You're gaining your access through your story. You're being able to now get information to share with others at a later date. You're now being able to get the roadmap to help someone else at a later date. You're now being able to get your stream of resources that you can be able to reflect on for later days. Like, that's why it gets better and better. And like I told you, you're looking at somebody that has lost it all 3 times, right? And that last time when I lost it, it was at rock bottom. See, nobody knows. Like that's the good thing about it. When you literally are able to know that your mind is able to allow you to enjoy any situation. I don't care what it is. Nobody knew I was at the bottom. No one knew. They didn't see the oh woe me stories and all that. That's just not my particular personality, right? But at the same time, I'm grateful for that season of my life, because when I lost it the last time, I said, listen, I'm going to make what's meant to be my worst moment my best moment. I'm going to become my best self with what they say is nothing, so that it's only a win-win from here. And that's all it's been ever since. Listen, every single thing I lost, I got back, I would say 10 times quicker than I got it the first time, right? The multiplications just kept on coming, right? See, now I know the value of my time. Now I know the value of my peace. Now I know the value of relationships. Now I know the value of building upon a thing. See, when we're going through life, you want to connect with those that you can build with. And building with is not just something like, it's just the same as you was to, build a house. When you build a house, you're not going with sketchy individuals. You're not going with shady individuals. You're going with people that are solid. You're going with that real, recognized, real motion, right? Those that are understanding the real things of this life, the things that really hold value in space, integrity, those that have the morals and the values that align up with what you believe in, right? So when we're building on solid foundations, when we're building on true, and like the essence of the person is just good and genuine, guess what? Those are now people that are, you're not just right now people, but your life partners in this thing. And we are now aligned with so many amazing souls across this world. And guess what? This thing never ends, because the world has trillions of people on this earth that's ready to meet you, right? Like, it's not just our inner circle. It's not just the people that we've known for. It's a whole world out there. So if you are in a season where you're not being received by those that you're connected to, guess what? It's trillions of people on this earth. And it's your duty to be able to get out there and meet your people. It's your responsibility to get out there and meet your people. That's right. So make sure that you know who you are so you can know your people. Make sure that you are solid on the things that you believe and stand on so you can meet and attract your people. Make sure that you're connecting and building with those that you can literally share that energy with, that iron sharpen iron with, that their resources, your resources is nothing but multiplication in the atmosphere. Get with those type of, that alignment. Because that's what's happening right now. I don't care what they say this year is. This year has blessed me like never before. It's nothing like good rest. It's nothing like perspective and putting things in order. It's nothing about learning before you earn. It's nothing like getting into new industries and really building yourself up for that next bust out the seams. Because they ain't seen nothing yet, right? I told them that I was in the transfer. It's just not called the transformation place for no reason. I literally was preparing myself level by level for these preparations of transformation, because I know somebody else. I remember when I was going through a season when I was going to church after church after church looking for the fivefold ministry to help me. And that's the season that I learned that what I needed was inside me. That I was the church. That after getting off the floor and laying with the sheets and slanging of the oil, after the whole hoopla, I understood that it didn't end there. It literally, it started my journey, right? So a lot of people think it's a quick fix. There's no quick fix to deliverance. Deliverance is from glory to glory. Get in an atmosphere where your head, whomever that is, if you are in a church, that your head is a person that you literally are inspired to by their actions, just not for self, but you can see it work in those that are around them. You can see it be able to move. I remember when I went to my church, the River of Life, I was in a season that I knew I was building, and I wanted to be connected to a visionary, Pastor Marvin A. Jackson and Pastor Deborah Jackson, that they were people that were just not speakers, but they spoke, that they were doers, and that they were willing to do monumental, life-changing things, not just for themselves, but for the people that are a part of their congregation to be able to witness. See, when you're around true visionaries, you're able to feed off that faith that you're able to literally just take, to just see it go into action. A lot of times, we're around a lot of atmospheres that people, they only talk, but it's no record, it's no track record, it's no evidence. The Bible told us you will know the person by the fruit that it bears. You know that tree by the fruit that it bears. If a person is saying what they woulda, coulda, shoulda done for years straight, listen, it's nothing personal. But we're in a season that the harvest is ripe. We're in a season that you're going to receive those blessings generationally that your great-great-grandparents have been praying for years before you were even born. That you are literally being able to house the magnitude of those blessings. It's happening right now. And I want to tell you, it's all about positioning. It's all about connections. It's all about network. It's all about integrity. It's all about being willing to start from the bottom. It's all about no quick fixes. It's all about no hookups. It's all about being willing to do the inside work, because you can only fake it for so long. See, what's really in you always comes out. See, when you are a mighty warrior, you don't have to tell anybody anything. They will see you come up out that fire not smelling like smoke. See, when you're a person that you truly believe in thyself, you don't need those cheerleaders. Listen, cheerleaders I was a cheerleader all throughout, like since elementary, middle school, high school. Listen, cheerleaders make noise if you're winning or losing, and a lot of people got cheerleaders around them. So they don't have any kind of gauge if they're really making some traction in their lives, because they got rah-rah people. Yeah, girl, and you all in the wrong. Yeah, bro, and you all in the wrong. Let's get with some people that's willing to tell us about our ugly, right? That's willing to say, no, you better than that. That's willing to say, I need you to step this up on another level. That's willing to say, listen here, you shortchanging yourself. That's willing to tell you, no, I need you to do this scared. I need you to go at it anyways. I need you to do what you need to do to be able to scare your own self. How about when we get to that level where we ask for discipline, where we ask for a level of like pressure, where we ask for the things that we know are going to make us better, and we know going in is not easy. That's when we're leveling up, right? But it's all about time, and 2020 was the year that gave you that opportunity to get yourself in position. So I hope that you are taking advantage of this year, the little time we have left in this year, because listen, it's time to get your oil. You know, the 5 main sermons in the Bible. Listen, this is the time for those that are going to be the 5 that get in. You better get your oil. I hope you've been getting your oil, and I hope you're in position for all that God is doing in this hour and in this season. He's doing so much. Listen, when one thing looks one way, know that he's always working behind the scenes. Look, understand that when things look like it's going the opposite, that he's always working behind the scene for your good. For your good. What you say, upon this rock, cousin? That's right. Listen, he said, I am on a solid rock, the solid foundation, Christ Jesus. Listen, he told us what the deal was a long time ago. If we were reading Revelations, and a lot of people avoid that. Listen, if you read Revelations, you know what time it is. So are you one of the ones that's going to get divided the right way? Because God is searching, he's searching from the north, south, east, and the west, trying to see who he can be able to show his glory in, who is willing to be a recipient of his glory, who's willing to be a candidate of the amazing things he's willing to do on this earth, and he's doing it right now. So praise your way through. For somebody that might be facing depression right now, I want you to buckle down. I want you to face the things you've been running from years. I want you to scare your own self. Go in that dark place and sit there. Address it. Allow it to go through, because it has no power. You are the glow up the whole time. So it's only you need to see that within yourself. Listen, scare your own self. See, by 2021, I don't want to recognize my own self. That's what I told myself. Listen here, chick, you go do whatever you got to do to get yourself to the point that you don't even recognize yourself, right? So that's my mission. What's yours? Get on the level for yourself. What are the things that you've been seeing for yourself for a very long time that you are to position yourself for in this hour? What are the things that you said you want to do for yourself? Not because you know if you get it together, you know the lives that you're going to touch, because remember, you are the church. So every single place you go, I don't care if it's at a gas station, at the grocery store, I don't care where you are, that light is going to shine every single place you go. So fuel up, honey. Get fueled up. Allow yourself to be expanded. This is the take it by force season. Nobody's asking for nothing, because we are ready, right? Listen, we don't need any type of approval from anything. You're ready, and you look ready, right? You look and feel ready, right? I know. It's like, oh my gosh. I know. But God bless you guys. I wanted to just come on and share some good positive energy on this beautiful, it's so pretty outside on this beautiful monumental Saturday. It's so much going on right now for the good. So see it within yourself, see it for yourself, and see it for those that you are connected to. Blessings, Courtney Clark. Blessings, beautiful. See it for yourself. Listen. And for those that have been looking for it, listen, for my magnetic lashes, we even have a new one, right? For those that don't want to wear magnetic lashes, we have the eyeliner that allows you to put on your regular lashes that you've been doing. Listen, we have an option for everybody. I had a client yesterday that I was using the curl formation on, and I was like, this is such an amazing product. So many people are missing out on a curly experience. Listen, even with dreads, honey, we still able to have curls in our hair, even with dreads, right? So listen, if you are in, a place that you want transformation, listen, I have so many products and tools, from journals to clothing to masks to everything, you name it, we have it. Listen, it was all about the transformation for me. It was all about really wanting to get to the other side. It was all about knowing that that current place that I used to be at was not my end. It was all about believing when I didn't feel it. It was all about being willing to take this thing one day at a time and just continue to be better than I was the day before. And that's what I wish for you. Do what works best for you. What's your vision for you? Not nobody else's vision. Do what makes you feel good and repeat it. What makes you feel good? Like today, I'm about to get this car washed. That's right. I am about to go out and sit at this beautiful cafe. I have my book already ready, right? I walked my baby this morning, right? So already taken care of. I've gone to a couple appointments this morning. I have reservations for this evening. See, what are you doing with your time? Because see, I know what makes me feel good. What makes you feel good? Do what makes you feel good on this one amazing life that you have. See, it gets to the point. I remember when I used to live down south, right? And I was able to be on South Beach. I was like 20-something years old. I'm 39 now. But I was 20-something years old. And I literally was working as a project manager in construction, right? And I had this, $350Z, my $700 budget for my car allowance. And I was making this almost six-figure salary at 23 years old. And I was sitting on the side of the pool, right? I was sitting on the side of the pool, right? And the older gentleman was sitting to side. He was like, "You're so young to be out here during the daytime enjoying life on a good Tuesday or Wednesday with me. What do you do?" And I was like, "It's called favor." But what did you do is what I wanted to know. Because see, my father always told me it's nothing better than the present to ask those for information that you might never get again, right? So I wanted to know what they did throughout their life. What could they tell me? When I have conversations with those, what can you tell me that's really going to add some value to my life? And I remember the gentleman telling me, "Listen, if I could tell somebody or do it over again, I would create a level of norm in my younger years so that I'm able to not have to literally do it so like to the end, because we've seen that throughout our families. People work on jobs till they 60 and 70, and the day they retire, they pass away because their body is so used to being on that like slave. Listen, they've already done that. We don't have to do that. Listen, it's about smart work, not hard work. It's about learning what you need to do to elevate. It's about expanding your territory. See, when I got those experiences, those were the experiences when I walked into the architect office and I had a meeting and they were like, "Oh, Miss Foxx, I don't know if they contacted you yet, but we're not continuing the contract." And I'm like, what? I know you guys knew before way before now that the contract was not getting extended. So you're waiting till we've got 80% completion. I done did all the hard work. 80% completion on a project to tell me that you're not continuing the contract, so I have no job. So I'm going from making $70-some thousand to you want to give me $1,200 unemployment and tell me you wish it was something you could do for me. That's their favorite line. We wish it was something we could do for you. We really do. Oh my goodness. They give you that same line. And that was the moment when I say I will never ever put my life in the hands of others ever again. And that's when my life changed. That was over 15 years ago. I've been an entrepreneur for going on 16 years now, and I don't regret a moment of it. I said the next time they deal with me, I'll be on the other side of the table. I'll be in the front signing the check. And that's what I've been doing ever since. And listen, I'm so grateful for these last, when people see things, it's after the fact. You heard me say that was 16 years ago. I'm just now seeing. That was 16 years ago. I'm just now seeing the things that I was literally working towards. And no, it was not easy, honey. I done been through days where I had to stretch my $20, get $5 worth of gas, go to McDonald's and get a value one. They had a dollar menu, and I asked for my water with extra ice and do what I gotta do and stretch the $2 meal. It was $2.12 for me $2.12 and give them that good money and go on out. That was my meal. Then I do my oodles and noodles and put my good hot sauce in there. And I can get 3 of those for $1. That's a good meal to make. Don't let me put some meat in there. But I had to learn. I remember when I was working 3 different cities and I had to come to Orlando. I was working in Wellington and I had a salon in Fort Pierce all at the same time, right? I was staying in the hospital with my father while he was in the ICU, and I was, saying, Lord Jesus, like, this is a lot. But that a lot season allowed me for that pressure season to be so smooth. So you don't know when you're going through seasons that's stretching you. It's actually preparing you for your overflow seasons. And then you go make the overflow season that normally others would be overwhelmed in seem so easy. It seems so easy, right? Because you were willing to go through that stretching season. You were willing to be able to do multiple things. Listen, when you are able to show yourself what you can do, that's who all needs to see it, not nobody else. What did you show yourself that you was able to make happen? What were you able to show yourself that you were able to make it happen, right? I was willing to drive 3-hour distance that way and then drive the other way, be up all day, work 24 hours, stay in parking lots at hotels. I would go to the hotels, but I was not about, if I just made $600-700 standing on my feet doing hair for 15 to 16 hours, I'm not going to give them people $250 or $350 to stay in a hotel. So I will find a hotel that has security there, and I go on in there, I go off of iDrive, and I park my car, and I went to sleep. I was like, it's almost 4 in the morning anyways. I just need a couple hours so I'll fall asleep on the road. Listen, what were the sacrifices that you were willing to do for the promise? What were the sacrifices that you are willing to do to get to where you know it's going to be easier in your life? See, I knew hard work. I knew slaving was never my portion. I knew that, but I knew it was necessary. I knew I had to go through those seasons so I can prove to myself what I'm willing to do. So when I walk in those doors now in those boardrooms and this little chocolate sister sit on in there and they see all this goodness, right? Listen, you're not doing me not one favor. You're not doing me not one favor. And that's one thing that we have to get in our spirit. When you finally, I don't know what it is in your life that's going to get you to the point that you prove to yourself that nobody is doing you no favor. You're supposed to have what you have. You're supposed to be doing what you're doing. You're supposed to be able to walk the way you're walking, all the way up. And don't let anybody make you minimize who you are, because you work too hard to get to where you are now. So listen, listen, they're not doing me no favor. I'm supposed to be here. I work to get to this phase. I literally am owning my now, because I know that I've gone through and got the victory and triumph over those other seasons. So I'm just here to encourage somebody today. Continue the process, because it's only for you to be able to get it. It's only for you to let your soul believe what you're saying. It's only for you to be able to validate your own check mark next to your name. That's what this process and this beautiful life is for. It's for you. So enjoy this thing. Enjoy your Saturday. It's for you. That level of resilience is your portion. It is going to pay you rent wholesomely. It's going to give you 10 times the fold. And remember the law of reciprocity. We only get out this thing what we put in. Remember that. You only get out life what you put in. So you do little, you have little. My father always taught me, let me tell you, because I'm going to start doing a series on what my daddy said. Because see, what my daddy said has gotten me a very long ways in this life. My father always told me, if you do the basics, you will have the basics. If you do what everybody else doing, you have access to. If you are able to what? Do more, you're gonna have more. If you do extra, you have extra. That's how my father broke it down. You do extra, you have extra. If you do just the basics, you're gonna have just enough to pay your bills. Just enough to pay your bills. Just enough to pay your bills. That's called the basics. So when you do your extra, know that you're going to get that whenever you need it in this life. When you're doing your extra, know that you're going to get all that at the time that you need it in this life. So it's okay to be extra, and please don't listen to those that want to put you in a box that say that, oh, you should only do one thing. Tell them you're multifaceted. You're the one in the Bible that had the 11 gifts, right? Because they were master multipliers. Tell them that maybe they're the one that had the one and just continues to hide the one. So don't let people put you in no box. Don't let people tell you that you're doing too much. Oh, you be a jack of all trades and a master of none. You just focus on whatever you need to be focusing on. Don't worry about whatever I'm focusing on. I'll take whatever risk it is for me to learn how to master all my extras, and you do what works best for you. See, don't let people put you in no box. Your destiny and their destiny is two totally different things. Your portion and their portion is two totally different things. Your overflow and their overflow is two different things. Yeah, I'm doing a lot, and it might be a lot, but it won't be a lot forever. It won't be a lot forever, because anything you do in repetition, honey, you get good at. Then you get to become a master in it, and then you create systems in it, and then you're able to eliminate yourself out the picture and live off of it. See? But if we do that one thing that they've been saying, that one, and then when things start changing in life and you have no options, then who are you going to call them? No, because they were only with the one. So anyways, God bless you. Enjoy your amazing day. Live your life on your terms. Do what works best for you. Love and be loved and receive love. Listen, and ladies, if you single, honey, it just adds interest to it. Listen, when you know your value and you keep on adding them extra commas, not just in finances, but them commas in your heart, right? You become a good woman, right? Listen, it gains so much interest, and you get to choose whatever you want and whomever you want. All the good stuff, right? Yeah. It's nothing lacking and nothing missing in this life. Listen, so for those that are going through seasons and literally those cycles have concluded, congratulations for entering into your new day. You work hard for this, my brother or my sister. You work hard to enter into these new gates of nothing but overflow. God bless you and have an amazing Saturday. It's your time to shine, right? It's your time to shine. Let's